All right, we're good. We are on and live. Let's build some momentum. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Tonight I'm bottling mead in about 13 minutes, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to bottle some mead live. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. We're just going to wait for everybody to jump in. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Evening. Good evening. It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get started. Like I said, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Wednesday, I show you a different step of the mead making process live. So, stay tuned. We're going to be bottling some mead. Tonight is strawberry coffee mead. Strawberry coffee mead. It's right off camera. It's right here. I don't know what it's going to taste like. Hello, Rogue. Good to see you. Thank you. Very flattering. It should be interesting. It should be interesting. I don't know. We're gonna taste it live too. I forget who picked this one. So I briefly looked for it. Hello, Scott, my good friend. How are you? I did not receive a text, which means I'll receive one tomorrow from you. I want to know. I am getting my Excel up real quick so I can definitely show or speak to tonight's mead. Please forgive me. I'm usually ready by now. Hello and welcome to the Old Guy's Meadery. If you're just joining, I am bottling some mead live. It's going to be coffee, strawberry mead. I'm almost for sure. Yep, strawberry coffee mead. I don't know who picked it. So if you're here, Skull, good to see you, Tall Trey. It has been too long. Dennis, hello again. Good to see you. Oh my gosh, Dan, you're on the other side. Dan's on the other side. I am simulcasting on YouTube as well. So if you're on either platform, thank you so much for letting me be here. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah, strawberry coffee. I don't know who picked it. We're on a strawberry run though. There was strawberry jam before this. There's a strawberry coffee. Then we switch over to a lemon blueberry, right? And then a strawberry jalapeno. I know who picked that one. But yeah, we'll see. On both. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. That is the most people I've ever had on YouTube. So I'm in good shape. It should be a good night. Give me a follow. Shame on me. Let me introduce myself. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. I make mead every single week. Every single Saturday, I come out with a brand new batch of mead that I have never made before. I have never replicated the same recipe twice, and I have never missed a Saturday. Batch 119 comes out this Saturday. It is inspired by Japan. I can't wait to show you. But in addition to all that fun, every Wednesday I go live to show you a different step of my mead making process live. Tonight I'm going to be bottling some mead. It's that third step of 3. And then we're going to taste it. So we'll see. It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'm really incredibly intrigued and scared to try it. Strawberry coffee. Who knows? It should be, of course you went with Elijah Craig. Who wouldn't? I am drinking the very last of my Indian whiskey tonight. This is the Indian whiskey from India. I am going through all my country's alcoholic beverages. So, it should be fun. But it should be fun. Hey! I know it is weird, right? Hopefully it's not weird for you. I don't know. YouTube works very differently. But I'm excited to be here. It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. In 8 minutes, we're going to get started. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It should be really cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, like I said, I make mead every single week. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence now, and this is brand new information that my great buddy Scott just sent us an article from May 1st, so literally just over a month ago. Earliest evidence of mead over 20,000 years ago. In Africa, Who knew? Also, ancient evidence in ancient China, near 10,000 years ago. Of course, Central America and Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, did it better than everybody else. You guys know that last part's subjective, but I think everybody agrees with me. But what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. And I think that's pretty awesome, and that's something we have in common. I think your ancestors are really cool. Hello, greetings, good evening, welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, chat a lot, get the algorithm going at 9 p.m. So in 7 minutes, I'm going to move the camera a little bit further back so you guys can kind of see the whole setup. I will be bottling mead live. I'm going to bottle my strawberry coffee mead that's just slightly off camera here into 4 750 milliliter wine bottles. And I'm going to put these little quick temporary corks in, 3 of them, because the 4th one we're going to leave open and try it here live to see what it is. I don't know. This exact recipe, I don't remember. It is 1 gallon water. I can give you a guesstimate. It's 1 gallon water, 3 pounds of honey, 2.5 grams of yeast, 2 grams of yeast nutrient, 3 pounds of frozen, defrosted, brought to room temperature strawberries, and some coffee beans. I don't know. Like quarter of a pack of coffee beans. I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. These live broadcasts are usually not reposted because, doesn't allow me to do so. So, if you want to see me make mead, you want to see me rack mead, and you want to see me bottle mead, you got to be here Wednesdays live. It's the only way to see it. It's the only way I can guarantee you can see it at least. So, it should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A blackberry hibiscus mead. I love it. I love it. That's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I hope I can hear all about that. I hope you share it. Share the recipe, share videos. You know. Make it free for the community. Not to get off subject. If you're just jumping in, thank you so much for letting me be here. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Join the Discord. My great buddy Scott, who is here on our TikTok right now, made an amazing Discord. There's a link in my link tree on both platforms at the very top for the Discord. It's a safe place to go for every mead maker of every skill level. Behind the scene pictures, recipes, all of it's free. There's an ingredients list, an equipment list, so you can shop around and buy your own stuff. There's even a yeast chart, which is incredibly helpful. And my favorite portion, a commercial channel where you could go and buy meads that not only we've suggested, but other people have suggested through the community of meaderies all around the country that will ship them directly to your house. That's pretty cool. So if you don't know what mead is and you're looking for a good variety of it, that's where you start. Join the Discord. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Old God's Meadery. In about 4 minutes, I'm going to get started. I'm going to move the camera. We're going to briefly argue about if it's crooked or not, and then we're going to bottle some mead live. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it live too, right afterwards. And then we'll stick around and chit-chat for a little while I either drink it or am so disgusted by it, I complain about it. It's going to be one of those two. We'll see. It's all up to the fate at this point. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Clear and sounds better, yeah. Probably. Yeah, if you missed it, Scott goes live every Tuesday. He bottled some elderberry cranberry last night, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Somebody in the crowd called him like old though. I didn't agree with that, but you know, he is a wise mead maker and a good friend, an amazing, amazing mead maker. I learn a lot from him every time I watch it. My husband made his own, but he's not sure about it, you know? I am sure about it. Tell your husband I'm sure about it. 100%. Without a doubt. What's he not sure about? Like the flavor, or like not sure about like if it's safe? I want to know all about it. I want to know all about not being sure. Oh, okay. Well, you found the right spot to build his confidence. We are a group of mead makers that love this hobby. We're incredibly passionate about sharing the culture behind it, and the love that the art form that it brings. So make sure he follows. Not only me, the couple other huge mead makers here, like Scott and Dennis. So Rogue. There's a lot of great, awesome mead makers here. An apple cinnamon, that sounds fantastic. We would call that a sizer, and I am incredibly jealous. I have one right here. This is my sizer. It's incredible. It's incredible. And I'm pretty confident that he did it well. Pretty confident. Who doesn't want to just make it themselves at home for free? Right? I mean, all it costs you is the ingredients. And it's it's pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar for what you'd have to buy. All right, guys, 1 minute. I'm going to do, actually, I'm not going to do the introduction. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it after I rearrange the camera. We'll do it all in one shot. I will keep the bottling process in under 10 minutes. So, like, if you're crunched for time, just pause whatever you're, like, trying to go to. Call your friends. Hey, I'm going to be a little late. It's just 10 minutes. Stick around. Hit like as many times as you can when I start going. It should be a lot of fun. And then comment, you guys can say whatever you want. I won't be able to read the comments from where the camera is. And you can say whatever you want. I don't care. Have fun. All right, you guys ready? Let's rearrange the camera. I'm going to pour one last drink. I am going to thank you guys one last time. Until, afterwards, when I thank you a million more times. Thank you so much for letting me be here. It's been an absolute honor. This is such an incredible journey for me. And, yeah, Skull, I will see you guys on the other side. I'm going to rearrange camera. We'll get started. Bottling Mead live. He wants to know how many times you filter it. Don't filter it, but ask me. Stick around till the end. We'll all answer your questions. Stick around till the end. All right. Let's do it. I'm incredibly excited. Batch 10. Batch number 10. This is batch live number 10. How are we looking? Are we straight? Straight-ish? I think we're straight. All right, Dennis says good. All right, that's good enough for me. See you guys on the other side. Skull. One more. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Tonight we're bottling mead live. This is batch live number 10. Live batch number 10. So all of these live batches I've made here live. I made this live, we racked it live, and now we're bottling it live. So stick around over the next several months so you can see all the batches that you love. That's the only time you can see it. But I also make mead every single Saturday. Every single Saturday, come back and watch my mead videos. I make a different mead every single Saturday. I have never missed a Saturday. I've never replicated the same recipe twice. Batch 119 comes out this Saturday. That's how many recipes that you own for free that I am gifting to you for thanking you for letting me be here. So go back and watch all of the videos. It is inspired by Japan. Just a heads up, you're going to love it. But as for tonight, we're bottling live batch number 10. This is my strawberry coffee mead. So this is 1 gallon of water, 3 pounds of honey, 3 pounds of frozen, defrosted, and brought to room temperature strawberries, some coffee beans, about this much, 2.5 grams of yeast, and 2 grams of yeast nutrient. That's your entire recipe. I hope you wrote it down. If not, ask me again. I'll repeat it a million times. I am going to take it from it has been sitting in this 1 gallon glass carboy for several months now. It is as clear as it's going to get. All the gross stuff settled to the bottom. Now I'm going to use my mini hand pump siphon to transfer it to our bottles here. And hopefully, I won't spill anything tonight. Sometimes I spill things. As you notice, I took the regulator off the end because I hate it. I don't want to be regulated. You live life how you want to live. I am just going to pump this guy until our bottles are full. If we knock stuff over, we'll fix it. I can tell you for sure, sometimes it goes disastrous. But we're in a good shape now so far. Everything is fine. So hand pumping is a little controversial. Some mead makers out there will say that you can oxidize, aerate your mead. And sure, it's true. Maybe. I don't know. I'm making 1 gallon batches, and I don't care what they think. I'm definitely not pumping enough oxygen into this mead that it's going to affect anything for tonight. So, you do you, boo. Bottle 1's done already. Look how easy that was. You didn't even notice because you're paying attention to what I was saying. I can tell you right now, and we'll address this towards the end, it's a beautiful color. An absolute beautiful color. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world. Far older than beer, far older than wine. Independently discovered by many different countries and cultures from all over the globe. Alright, this bottle might have a little bit of air in it. The oldest evidence of mead is actually from Africa. Somewhere between 20 and 40,000 years ago. Yeah, I don't even know how you can wrap your brain around that kind of timeline. Also evidence in ancient Asia, China specifically, ancient Central America, and of course ancient Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, and did it better than everybody else. But what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. And I think your ancestors are pretty cool. And I think those two things are directly related. Somewhere down the line, try to think about that. Somewhere down the line, somebody that has your blood, you actually have their blood, but somebody that shared that same blood was drinking mead. And you just stumbled upon me and are like, I don't know what mead is. You're welcome. That's why I'm here. I am showing you for free how to reinduce it back into your bloodstream. We are almost on our 3rd bottle here. As you see, incredibly easy to do. If you've never bottled mead before. Without that regulator, if you want to take yours off too, go about halfway up this neck. That compensates for the volume of your little straw here. To put it right on the end of that neck there. Alright, the 4th bottle I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to. I'm going to set this all the way at the bottom, and I want to desperately try not to move anything around. The sediment at the bottom of these carboys is incredibly fine, like moon dust. It's where everything kind of dies and settles down towards the bottom. It's really important you don't move this bottle, shake this bottle too much. If you do, you got to you got to let it set again. You can even see this last bottle is a little bit more cloudy, so I must have shaken something up in there. And that's it. That's it. So this bottle, when I cork it, it will end up with some sediment in the bottom. And that's okay. It's not going to kill anybody. Way worse things have happened to me. Easy peasy. And then I got these cool little temporary corks from Walmart of all places. We're going to start with bottle number 1 here. I'm going to cork it first so you can see it. Look. Look how incredible that looks. This is strawberry coffee mead. If you've just joined us, incredible. It's incredible. I can't believe it. It looks so much better than it did in the actual carboy. I'm very excited about it. Let's pour some in a glass and see what it looks like. I'm going to show you, or I'm going to tell you what I think about it from its smell, from its look, and then its taste. So I can tell you right now, you saw the look already. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know. I don't know if you can beat that. It's absolutely amazing. It smells like coffee. It smells like coffee. I was hoping it would smell more like strawberries. It smells like coffee beans. Like if you just open a bag of coffee beans, that's what it smells like. So that is already giving me the hint that we probably put too much coffee in it. And if you were writing down the ingredient list, it was about this much. So probably too much. All right, only one thing left to do. Let's try it. So my prediction was correct. It's probably a little bit too strong in coffee. It's not strong enough, though, that it drowned out the strawberry. It's still got such an amazing strawberry taste. It is incredibly clear. The smell's a little off-putting. I'm going to drink it. I'm going to drink it. Is it the best mead I've ever made? No. Is it the worst? Not even close. It's in the top half. It's in the top half. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. If you're going to replicate this recipe, use less coffee beans. Use about this much. But definitely 3 pounds of strawberries still. It's perfect. It's going to be awesome. I don't know. I'm incredibly impressed. I'm happy with it, so you have to be happy with it too. I hope you learned enough about the bottling process that you can replicate this at home. I will be live again next Wednesday, bottling one last batch of mead. And then we're going to start over. We're going to start making mead again. So tomorrow I'm going to be bottling batch 11, which is lemon, blueberry, I believe. So stay tuned. And it should be a lot of fun. And then the Wednesday after that, we'll be starting a new batch. We'll be making mead from scratch. And it's going to be exciting. As for my channel, though, I'm here every Saturday with a brand new mead that I've never made before, a brand new batch. I've never missed a Saturday. I've never replicated the same recipe twice. Batch 119 that's inspired by Japan comes out this Saturday, so stay tuned. If you're here live with me, I'm about to rearrange the camera so we can chit-chat again. If you're watching the recording, if there happens to be one, come back next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for letting me be here. I'm so incredibly honored. Skål and good night. If you're live, see you in a second. We did it. What do you think? What do you think? I'm really impressed with it. I'm going to try to put a couple bottles in the frame there. I am pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed. I am pretty impressed. I like it. I like it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. What a fun experiment. Coffee strawberry. I don't remember who suggested it. They might be some kind of like, I don't know, recipe genius. I don't know. I gotta do a better job of writing that stuff down. But I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm pretty impressed with it. I didn't even spill anything. Nobody even like high five, pat on the back. I didn't spill anything. It's pretty cool. What did I miss though? What did you guys talk about while I was gone? I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Banana, watermelon, kiwi. That sounds like just like a steroid version of like a pina colada. I would drink it all day long. How long did this clarify? See, these were a long time. That's why I've been bottling for a few weeks in a row. I got up to 12 batches rotating. And because I only do this once every 3 weeks, and then like at least once every other month or so, something would come up where I'd miss a Saturday. So it wasn't even like one batch per month I was making from completion, if that makes sense, just mathematically. which is why I'm narrowing them down so much. So this one sat for probably like 6 or 7 months or so. Getting caught in the rain. I get it. Yeah, so I was actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it right now. You guys can see this bottle pretty clearly, right? Because this is like a live bonus now. Maybe if I can post the other one, I'll post this one too. Because floor corkers are for old men. I said it. I said it. Real men use double lever corkers. Or if you're in England, double lever corkers. It just takes a little bit of elbow grease and you can cork your own bottles without using the floor. This is the cloudy one. Somebody pay attention to Scott because I'm not reading the comments. These are easy. I'm teaching. Easy. Cork goes in this little hole here. You gotta kind of center them or they like get a little funky. And then you just use testosterone. Unless you're a lady, then you can use estrogen. It'll work just as good. And you can bottle your own mead. I guess I'm just gonna start doing this on the lives now. We'll start next Wednesday. Has anybody seen Scott yet? Easier. What kind of man wants it to be easy? There we go. We did it. And I use a floor. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's definitely a strong coffee taste. Again, I'm a big like scent person. If you guys have paid attention from the beginning, I know that the smell is so overwhelming that it's definitely affecting the taste. And it's not a bad taste. It's just, it's coffee. It's a strong coffee taste. I definitely use less coffee. Maybe I could try to dig that video up and figure out exactly how much I put in, but I guarantee it was probably like a layer at the bottom of the bucket. That's usually what I try to aim for. Mm-hmm. I don't think Vikings bottled it at all. They just drank it. When it was done fermenting, like in its bucket, opened aired bucket, they just drank it while it was still cloudy. Join the Discord if I miss an equipment question. Join the Discord. There's a link in my profile and a link in the creator, my great friend, even though I give him a little bit of trouble, and the god of the actual Discord, the creator of the Discord, Crazy's Mead Hall. It's an amazing place to go for every kind of mead maker of every skill level. Equipment list, yeast chart, which is incredibly helpful, even if you already know what you're doing. Yeast chart, it has just an amazing amount of information in it, behind the scene pictures, recipes, all of that for free, including a commercial channel where you can go and buy your own mead from meaderies all over the country. Support your local meaderies. It's been 24 hours. One bottle is bubbling and the other 3. So you made four batches? %15 is not watery. That's not watery. I mean, you could, I don't know what you would do. You could, like, what's that process called? Pasteurize it and you know, evaporate a little bit of it. I guess that would thicken it, I guess. Yeah, 15% is great. That's right where you want to be. I would even push back a little bit. There's a lot of wines not that high. Yeah, you'd make a brandy if you like distilled it, right? Don't worry. Maybe that'll happen in the future. For sure. Definitely. Had 2 cups of tea brew. Oh, tea bags. Huh? No, I mean distilling. Oh, huh. The question of distilling has not been answered to my knowledge. But it comes up often. There's a lot of curious people. That's for sure. Definitely a lot of people curious about how that would work. I don't know. There's only one way to find out, I think. Are there ingredients easily obtained at your local supermarket? Is a question from the other side, if you're here watching. Um, Not really. So yes, you can. You can. You can buy everything from the supermarket. I know some people that do it and swear by it. I've never done it though. So I buy all my water. I buy 1 gallon just spring water jugs from the supermarket. You can also get the only yeast you can usually buy in a grocery store though is bread yeast, which come in the same size packets, 5 gram packets. You need about half of that per gallon, but it doesn't hurt anything. If you want to put the whole packet in, it won't hurt anything. Um, I have heard that you might get some like bread tasting yeasts out of that by the end process, but it will ferment, it will create alcohol, and it will make mead. So the only other ingredient you need is honey from your grocery store. So yes, you can get all three of those major things at the grocery store. And if you're handy, you could probably make the equipment out of stuff from the grocery store too. If you could drill some kind of hole to make, you'd have to buy an airlock. I don't think you can fake that one. Actually, you probably can. You probably can with some tubing or something. Um, but you would need some kind of airlock to make sure everything stays nice and contaminated free. You can ask as many questions as you can come up with. This is a question-free zone. How long does it take to drink? Well, that depends. I actually, I've answered that one before. You're not the first one to ask that. So on my Saturday videos, it's the same process. I make 4 bottles of mead on every Saturday video. If you see me in any mead video outside of the Saturday video, if I have a glass in my hand, it's usually the previous week's mead. I am just going through that bottle before it gets nasty. The other 3 I store. So I drink about 1 bottle per week-ish. But how long how long does it take Dennis to drink it? 1 hour. All 4 bottles, I heard. 3 bottles. You have to clarify. Did you do 3 like gallon jugs that aren't bubbling? 4 masons. Okay. And they have airlocks on them, and 1 is bubbling, and the other 3 are not. I'm just looking for clarification. Okay. Um, are the ingredients the same across all 4? I have to ask a series of questions so I can understand. I would say check it in another day or so. Give it another 24 hours. If the yeast was the same across, yeah, Dennis is right. Temperature would be the next thing. Are they all next to each other? Is there any like airflow around 3 of them and not the 4th one? That kind of thing. Make sure that they're all kind of like in the same temperature. Temperature is a huge component to yeast, and it depends on its style, or its strand of yeast, I should say. So I would say there's a few variables, but I bet we can narrow it down. I use wildflower honey from a place from Texas called Desert Creek. I buy my honey in bulk from them in big 5-gallon buckets. You're not bugging me at all, and never can you bug me. This community is all one voice with lots of opinions and ideas. So we want to help figure this out. So exact same ingredients are in the exact same spot. I would make sure that the seals are good on all of them. But I would also give it a little bit of time. Sometimes, especially depending on what yeast you use, T47 is incredibly slow compared to the EC1118 that I used to use. So I have to remind myself to be patient sometimes because you don't get fermentation right away. For varying temperatures, that's a great question, and I would refer to Scott there or the yeast chart. I know there's one the Homebrew City was talking about that the range was huge. The temperature range was huge on it, but I don't recall which one it was. We'll have to figure that one out and follow back with that one. I know he was mentioning one that he found a lot of success with that had a huge range. From the Savannah Bee Company, I have not. It's expensive? That's probably why I haven't done it. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of expensive. However, if you're gonna make like if you're gonna make like theoretically, like hear me out. If you're gonna make like commercial mead, right? If you use 3 pounds of honey, right? So that's roughly what, $50 worth of honey? A little bit more. We'll call it $60 worth of honey. You get 4 bottles per gallon, a little bit more if you really want to stretch it. If you're making larger gallons, or larger batches, I mean, per gallon, you get a little bit more. Let's just narrow it down to 4 though. So you spent $60 on 4 bottles. You sold them for $30 each, which I think is relatively reasonable. You'd still be in the profit zone. Yeah, 5-gallon bucket for $208 is a great deal. It's a great deal. That's how much I'd pay for it like before COVID. That is a good deal. Hello, welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. Shame on me. If you've just joined us, you already missed it. We just bottled some mead live. I'll be back next Wednesday bottling more mead. Mead is the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. It is made in a very similar fashion as wine, except we use honey for the fermentation process. Tonight we bottled this amazing looking coffee strawberry mead. Look at that. I'm really impressed with it. I love it. It's rare that I hate a batch in all three categories. I usually like two of the three when it comes to the look, the smell, and the taste. I'm really happy if I like all three. Tonight we got two. We got two. I love the look. I'm in love with it. I even love the taste. It's good. I don't love the smell though. I don't love the smell. We're getting a 2 out of 3 stars out of this one. Fruity Pebbles. Oh my gosh. You've been watching a long time. And thank you. Most people here don't even know about the Fruity Pebbles mead. That's an OG mead. Hello. Welcome. I make mead every single week. Every single Saturday, I make a brand new batch of mead that I've never made before. I have never replicated the same recipe twice. I have never missed a Saturday. Batch 119 comes out this Saturday, and it's inspired by Japan. I can't wait to show you guys. It's going to be awesome. And then in addition to that, every Wednesday I go live to show you different step of the mead making process live. Tonight, you already missed it. We bottled a batch of mead. So come back next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Those are completely separate from my Saturday batches. Stay tuned. Lots of great meads coming your way. My schedule's switching up in July. So you are in the last 6 weeks of awesomeness. And I'm so incredibly happy to show you. I had an idea to make mead honey berry. I'm not familiar with honeyberry. Can you tell me more about it? Yeah, I mean, meat is growing. It's growing. It's coming back. It's coming back so hard too. Lime mead is incredible. I've made some lemon lime mead. I've made some margarita mead that had Mexican limes in it. I'm a big fan of limes as well. I made a cherry limeade mead that was awesome. You can't go wrong with limes. It's incredibly, I love anything citrus. I call a summer mead. It's a good refreshing mead to sit out in the hot sun and chug. I was going to say sip, but I know who I'm talking to, and you got to know your audience. Chug. Yeah, Total Wine. The Total Wine for me is about 40 minutes away too. It's a hassle. It's a hassle. But there are some benefits to Total Wine. One, you can order your stuff via your app on your phone. Download the Total Wine app. It's incredibly helpful and easy. And you can buy it right there in the app, and then they have it ready for you. So you drive all that distance, and you literally are in the store for 3 minutes. And you don't have to walk around and look at stuff. Although if you like to walk around and look at stuff, leave your wallet in the car if you're like me. Because if not, you'll buy a bunch of stuff that you probably shouldn't. Does not sanitizing really mess up the batch? Potentially. Sanitizing is incredibly important because there's a few other things that really love the same growing environment as yeast. The most disgusting one, molds. And there's a bunch of different strands of molds. That stuff has just as high probability of growing as anything else, especially if your stuff is washed, right? Most people have buckets, right? You're not washing that in the kitchen sink. You're washing that in some kind of bathtub or a commercial sink, like a bigger or hose, right? You're not washing that stuff in smaller sinks. So I would say that you probably have, contaminants in that environment. So sanitizing is always an easy way to go. It's incredibly easy to do. It's really cheap because you need so very little of it. I buy the great big bottle because I use a lot of it. And I forget the exact measure, but it's 3 milliliters per gallon of water or something. So just sanitize. It's safer. It's safer. Yeah, Dennis was texting me before this. My opinion, like Elijah Craig, you can't go wrong. I actually had the pleasure of touring their amazing distillery. Um, but Bullet's my go-to. I actually have a giant, like family-sized bottle of Bullet that I keep at my buddy's house because when we go over there, we drink old fashions. And it's a great whiskey, a great bourbon to just throw in your old fashioned because it's relatively inexpensive per volume. But Elijah Craig would be that. That's what I'd be throwing in a glass by itself. I think 1 ounce per 5 gallons. So yeah, it's you don't need much. You don't need much. And Star Sand is all I've ever used. It's the way to go. I will say on the like related to that, I was buying that like I don't know what to call it. I forget what it's called. Oxy something. It comes in a powder form, and you scoop it out, and it's basically soap. I ditched that pretty early on. You buy it from like brewery supply stores. I just use dish soap now. Don't tell anybody. I use dish soap, and then I sanitize everything after I clean it. Angel's Envy is fantastic too. Agreed. I used to keep a bottle behind me here on until I drank it all and then I threw it away. And they have cool wings on the back of the bottle. Mead is 10 days old. Hey, since all of you guys are talking, I've had some amazing like TikTok like creator advice from my great pal Bourbon Berry. He's an amazing mentor. He's an amazing TikTok creator specifically. If you would do me a huge favor, I don't think he's here tonight because he usually says hello if he jumps in. Just it's at Bourbon Berry. Bourbon Berry. It's that simple. He puts out like a video a day. You will never watch a video of his without learning something about bourbon. There's nobody on the planet that knows more about bourbon than he does, and he's incredibly humble and kind. Give him a follow. He's a great friend. And a huge account, which is why I reached out to him beforehand, because we kind of grew up in TikTok together, and I was like, dude, you're doing something so amazing, and anybody that'll tell you, if you want something, surround yourself with people that have what you want, and that's what I do. Good to see you, Dan. I can't wait till next time. Have a wonderful evening. A good sleep if that's what you're doing. Yeah, Bourbon Berries are fantastic. Give them a follow. If you're not already, shame on you. Marionberry mead. I'm not familiar with that. You'll have to tell me about that. Green spirulina. Green spirulina is right here. If you don't know what spirulina is, it is like an algae, right? That it's really popular in the vegan community. It's a powder form. It comes in powder. It's very commonly used for like not protein, but like, you know, what am I trying to say? Like the shakes, right? It's not protein shakes, but like maybe it is. I don't know. It's packed full of lots of stuff that your body needs, and it comes in two major forms. Green. This is my green spirulina mead. It's pretty cool, and then blue, my blue spirulina mead. And the best part about it, using it for mead, it virtually has no taste. So these both taste very close to a traditional mead. They just look really cool on top of it. But you can buy both those powders off of Amazon, green or blue. It turned out bad. Wait a minute. Like you tried to make it, or you bought some and tried it and didn't like it? Because those are two different things. All of my stuff is in the primary. So every single thing that you see, Every ingredient always goes in my fermenting bucket. I seal it up, I shake it, and then I let it sit until it's done fermenting. I rack it. I never back sweeten. I never add clarifying chemicals or additives. I never cold crash. I never pasteurize. I just use time. I ran into zero issues with the blue one. The green one fermented like nuts. Like nuts. I put a quick video out. Like it bubbled over. Like the Incredible Hulk was taking an amazing sized dookie inside of the bucket. I don't know how else to describe it. It leaked everywhere out of the airlock. Luckily, I caught it and salvaged it because I'm obviously down here often. And I don't know why I did that, but yeah, used less than I did. And I don't remember exactly how much I used, but it doesn't take much. But it went nuts. The blue one didn't do that, but I used a little bit less of the blue one. Yeah, always clean first and then sanitize. Sanitizing is just like that extra you want to scrub down everything too with soap and water to make sure that there's nothing stuck in any crevices. The buckets are plastic if you're using buckets. And you know, the plastic is just slightly porous. So always scrub stuff down. If you get a scratch inside the bucket or something, stuff can live inside that scratch. If you're using glass, I'm sorry. It's incredibly difficult to clean, but you should still clean it and scrub everything down. The community is amazing. I'm so glad to be part of it, and I'm so glad that you're here too. They do make some starter kits. We talk about this every once in a while too. Just jump on Amazon and just look for Mead Kit. Don't spend more than $50. Don't do it. There are some creators out there that make their own kits, and I can tell you right now, I have not seen a good one that's worth your money. There are a couple of decent ones on Amazon, but I can tell you exactly what you're going to need. I can tell you exactly what I use. 1 gallon or 1 2-gallon fermenting bucket. 1 2-gallon fermenting bucket. They look just like this. The major company that makes them is called Homebrew Ohio. They make lots of brewery supplies. You can buy them directly from their website, but they also sell on Amazon. So check both places because sometimes there's sales on one or the other. You need 1 glass carboy, which you can see over there. And then I can't show you that because I have Mead in it. A hand pump siphon, and then 2 airlocks so your life is easy. Because if you just have one, you're going to have to wash it, sanitize it, dry it before you transfer it over, and you don't want to do that. So that's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. A bucket, a carboy, a siphon, and 2 airlocks. That's it. 4 things. And you can get it for far less than like 40 bucks probably. And then you own it forever. You own it forever, and you can reuse it 1 trillion times. I still use the first 2 buckets that I bought from the very beginning, 2016. You can use them forever. And the bottles are another thing. I buy bottles because I like to make them nice. I reuse the live ones though, so I wash them and sanitize those. But I've seen some awesome creators just go thrift store hunting and look for really cool bottles at their local thrift stores or Goodwills. You can put them in mason jars. You can put them back in the gallon plastic 1 gallon jug that you got the water out of. You do you. 2016. That was 8 years ago, which means I was 14 when I started. Yeah, and that's a good price. If you're paying $2 a bottle-ish, you're right in the range of awesomeness. Mm. Yep, or collect wine bottles. That's a great way to do it too. Collect wine bottles from people you know. If you drink wine, and I know a lot of mead makers do, just save the bottles. Save the bottles. It's a great idea. Or I've seen a lot of people do this too, and I have a couple, but I don't think I have any like in close range. Yeah, I do. Hold on one second. Everybody's seen these before. You can just get these. This is like the more like whiskey version of it, but they come in bottles. These are just those like cork bottles that you can kind of reuse a million times. You just got to clean them out. Then you just need to drink as fast as you're making it, and you don't need bottles. Whew, tonight was so fun. A few more minutes, I'm gonna wrap it up. It has been a lot of fun though. I am so incredibly happy. This one turned out good. If you missed it, your strawberry coffee mead. Look at that. Strawberry coffee mead. It's so cool. Thank you for giving me the pleasure of being here. I wouldn't be here without you. That's for sure. I'm going to wrap it up, though. Everybody got quiet anyway. That's like, oh, it must be bedtime. I will be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be drinking coffee, though. Talking about how awesome tonight was. And answering any more general questions we get. Spreading the love about this amazing community. And then accepting as many people as I can find. And did I finish it? Nope. I can see it. It's behind the camera. I'm about 2/3 of the way done, though. Absolutely amazing. Leaving already. It's getting close to 10 o'clock, and I gotta wash some stuff that I did tonight. I'll be back. Come back tomorrow. Go to bed. Watch an episode of like Hoarders or 600 Pound Life. Those are my two favorites. Get a good night's sleep. Take some melatonin. Come back 7 a.m. 7 a.m. I'll be here to chit chat some more. And then the next time you see me after that, I'll put a couple of videos out between now and then. Saturday, your Japanese inspired mead. So I hope you're excited. I didn't watch it. I know it was trending. It was trending for a lot of bad reasons. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna form my own opinion. But it was trending for a lot of bad reasons today. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. It's a completely different subject though. Good night, guys. I will see you in the morning. Thank you so much for letting me be here. Every Wednesday I'll be here. Come back next Wednesday. We're bottling one more batch before we restart the whole live genre. Should be a lot of fun though. I have some good ideas to go. Yeah. And then this Saturday, your Japanese inspired mead. Should be a good one. Yeah. I'm excited about it. I will see you then. Good night, guys. Thank you so much for letting me be here. As always, I can't wait to see you again. Always shoot me a message if you have anything at all. I answer all of them. Although, you're all my friends at this point. So, thank you so much. I'll see you guys all real soon. Skull. There's a little bit left. There it is. Good night, guys.